Hi, what month is it?
Why, it's the month before Christmas month.
If only I had a list, like a flippable list with photos and the dates are cubes, I would be able to figure that out. Christmas is... Okay, when was Jesus born? Easter. No, reverse Easter. What's reverse Easter?
What's Satanic Easter?
When do they put the eggs in the ground?
Which came first, the egg or the Jesus? And that's the sort of answer that you're going to get because we're here to announce officially that the LA Meekly 2023 365 Days of Los Angeles History calendars are for sale. We've got them again for this year. It's beautiful, full-colored pictures of Los Angeles. And here's the thing. On every single day in the calendar, it's a different date of something that happened in Los Angeles history. And if you're thinking, I got one last year, I'll just cross out the 2 and add a 3. No, this has upwards of 80% different dates in the calendar. So these calendars, they're going to be selling for $35. That's shipping included. If you want to look at them, you can look on our Instagram, or you could go to lameeklypodcast.com/merch. And to contact us to order one, go to lameeklypodcast.com/contact, or on Instagram, LA_Meekly, Twitter @LAMeekly, or email us, la.meekly@gmail.com. That's $35. We take Venmo, PayPal, Zelle.
We had to download a different app just to accommodate you.
I had to buy Bitcoin just to accommodate all of our dark web listeners. These are probably going to go quickly, so you're going to want to act fast. So again, email us, la.meekly@gmail.com, Twitter @LAMeekly, Instagram, LA_Meekly, or lameeklypodcast.com/contact. That's $35 shipping included. Get your holiday shopping done early for the LA history lover in your life, or the LA history hater. And this will be one of those joke gifts that it's like, consider this a lump of coal.
This is the lump of coal, right?
Which is a joke gift from Santa.
You want it, don't you? We all want lumps of coal every once in our lifetime.
Yeah, ha ha.
Yeah, I really pissed off the fat guy this year, didn't I?
Ha ha, here's my friend Krampus. And then he drags you to hell.
Yeah, and then he breaks your neck.
That's LA Meekly calendars.
What day is it?
Oh, hello.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
You must be tired from buying all those calendars just now.
I don't know why I did that. They asked me how many I wanted, and I liked them, so I picked quantity all.
Look, Greg, we're not here to hawk calendars anymore. We're here to hawk music.
I don't know if you know what months correspond with my musical tastes. They usually don't line up, but you found just the right band for just the right mood I'm in, and it really shook me up.
I'm going to save that for the second segment once they hear this music, because I feel exactly the same way. This month we've got a swingy big band named Angela O'Neill and the Outrageous8. But before we get into them, let's listen to their first song, which is an instrumental called Now and Again. So this is Angela O'Neill and the Outrageous8 with Now and Again. and that was Now and Again by Angela O'Neill and the Outrageous8.
And the thing about instrumentals is I always relate to the lyrics a lot.
So you were saying that this is the perfect music for November.
Yeah, November, December, kind of January. Because, get this, it gets darker faster. So it's darker longer.
Did you learn that from
colder? From the calendars,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in particular, it's perfect for Thanksgiving week. We both agree that it's the sort of music that is for some reason right for this time of year, but we don't have the know-how to explain why.
I told you earlier that you're going to run into trouble because I don't know how to describe what I like about jazz without making like beep, boop, 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 like I like droid sounds. But I will say that it has something to do with noir and something to do with Christmas.
It's cold. It's dark.
Yeah.
You're sometimes alone in a restaurant because your family abandoned you, forsaken you.
They said, oh, we're not going to meet up this year. And then you went to Chili's and they were all there together and you weren't invited. It reminds you of that. That's what jazz music is to you.
They picked the one place they would think you'd never go.
I'm only in here to use the bathroom. Oh, what? I played this while I was making dinner, and I had been watching a movie called Colt is My Passport. It's very jazzy. And I paused it to make dinner, and I pressed play on this to hear it, and it was more jazz. I thought, oh, it's all around me now. Oh, boy.
'Tis the season. The reason I think it's good for November is this sort of music is good for this whole time of year, but it's not quite Halloween tinged, this music. Like, it doesn't have little bells. It's nothing about snow. It's nothing about cold. It's nothing about Krampus and what he does to your neck. I think it's like just what you need for what I think is the best holiday that isn't Halloween.
Right, yeah.
Veterans Day.
Black Friday. I like Black Friday jazz.
The day that Jesus
saved so much money.
The day that Jesus was trampled on his way into a Walmart.
Jesus saves. No, yeah, I absolutely. It has a lot to do. But anyways, this was a great instrumental and I really dug it.
It's fireplace music. Like, it's whether you're at home next to a fireplace or if you're in a nice club that for some reason has a fireplace in it, or like outdoors and there's a fire pit.
You know who's not going to like that is the fire marshal's not going to like that at all. But I mean, he might like the music, but he still has to shut you down.
He walks in there, man, this fire's hot, but not as hot as this music. And then the firefighter picks up a bass and slaps it.
Yeah.
So let's hear a little bit about them from the words of Angela O'Neill herself, Greg. She says, "My name is Angela O'Neill." That's how you know it's Angela O'Neill.
I don't believe her.
And if you ask Angela O'Neill if she's Angela O'Neill, she's legally obligated to tell you she's Angela O'Neill.
It's a entrapment if she doesn't. Yeah, she says another name.
So she says, "I'm the singer and the band leader of Angela O'Neill and the Outrageous8, a swiggy little big band based out of Los Angeles." And this I did a little extra research here. I looked on their website. She graduated from UCLA. I just confided the deep research I did.
The deep research was I added that they were swingy. Go ahead.
She said big band. I said little big band. So she graduated from UCLA's drama school and has been working in TV and movies since then. The Outrageous8 team and I are fans of jazz and the American Songbook. We do some originals and all original arrangements of our favorite tunes. The second one we're going to hear is an original arrangement. Well,
they're in trouble.
Yeah. We may not be musicians, but we are familiar with original arrangements. So we make the music that we do because it was music that was really written with horn voices in mind. And we have 3 saxes: tenor, Sam Morgan, our musical director; alto, Ron Seiger; and baritone sax, Richard Walker. We have Harry Smallenberg on trombone and Paul Literal on trumpet. And I saw on their website that he's played with the Rolling Stones and he's recorded with Billy Joel and Elton John.
Oh my God, that's huge.
And then it's rounded out by a killer rhythm section, Tony Pia on drums, who I saw he's played with Edgar Winter, Brian Sexer. It's a parody band. This
isn't Brian Setzer XXX.
Yeah, it's Brian Setzer After Dark, aka Brian Sexer, and the Orchestra.
Talking about Stray Cats.
My favorite musician to name, Engelbert Humperdinck.
Oh yeah, the best name.
He also played with him. And then they also have Phil Romo on bass and Rocky Davis on piano. And we have 2 additional vocalists, Al Timms and Jackie Gibson, which are all not just great musician names, but great jazz names, all of these people.
Oh, absolutely. They're like cartoon jazz names.
Yeah, Rocky Davis, Harry Smallenberg, Engelbert Humperdinck. She said, I think everyone in the band loves how uplifting and positive this style of music is. It truly brings a smile to one's face. And in terms of how LA has influenced their music, she says LA is just a jazzy big band musician's dream in terms of the history. Capitol Records had everyone in Studio A back in the day, Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Peggy Lee, the list goes on and on. And in general, Angelinos are a very educated music crowd and have been for ages. The band and I did a Peggy Lee tribute show about a month ago at Vitello's, and two people in the audience actually saw Peggy Lee growing up here in LA as kids.
Wow, that's a big deal.
What else did they see at Vitello's? Around the corner? Speaking of arraignment...
He's guilty. Don't defend him.
Their next show is going to be Sunday, December 11th at 12 noon. Doors at Feinstein's at Vitello's. Again, if you want to park around the corner, but be careful when you get in your car.
If you see any actors, don't let them approach your car.
If you happen to see, Bob Balaban walking by, don't let him. Today's Robert Blake with Bob Balaban. So this is their holiday show. You could get tickets at angela-dec11.eventbrite.com, and you can go to their website to find out all about this. Outrageous8records.com. That's the number 8. Outrageous8 Records. And they're also on social media at Angela O'Neill Music on Instagram, and subscribe to their YouTube channel, Angela O'Neill and Outrageous8 Records. And they just dropped a brand new record in May. Then they have a video that they produced to go along with the single that we'll put on our social media. They're keeping the classic jazz big band tradition of LA alive.
Yeah, and I can hear that in the way they sound. There's so much like life to it.
It's a very big, it's big band, but it's like, because this is like a full on orchestra, and it really, like, they sound great. Like it's very well produced. Like it sounds like it came out of Capitol Records.
And I bet live bands, that's some of the best stuff to see live too, is just like live jazz in a big band. Yeah.
We've gone to see some live jazz before, and it's always enjoyable, unless you order curry to eat on your lap while you're trying to watch
because you are sitting against the wall and you have no common sense at all.
Give me your wettest meal. But yeah, this is the perfect time of year to listen to this music. Put it on. Your guests are arriving to your house demanding turkey on Thanksgiving. Like we were saying, this is just the perfect cold weather band. And I don't know how else to explain it.
Cold weather band is a great way.
Because they're so hot.
Because they're so hot, they'll warm you up. I've always suspected that there is a deep undercurrent of really great jazz happening underneath Los Angeles, and I've never been able to catch it. Yeah. So I'd like to finally have a door to that.
Well, look, Greg, much like COVID, you caught it. Surprise.
You caught it, you spread it.
And much like COVID, we are now spreading it to all of our listeners. So check out their show. Go to the show on December 11th. And you can also check out our regular show where we talk about LA history. It's not about music usually, unless it's about music, which apparently it often is.
Sometimes it is.
So now to take us out, we are going to hear their cover of Don Henley's New York Minute.
It's a cover?
Yeah, Don Henley.
Don't say it like, yeah. Okay. Excuse me for not knowing that Don Henley has a song called New York Minute. I'm going to listen to it, but it can't possibly be as good as their version.
For every music box we do you not cross-reference against Don Henley's discography just to be sure?
I never even check in on Don Henley. Just give me your music.
Greg, that was your first mistake.
And if it happens to be a Don Henley song, listen, if you want to throw Boys the Summer at me, I'm not going to cross-reference it. Is that even Don Henley? I don't know.
I doubt it.
I don't think that it is.
Is Don Henley a baseball player? So yeah, you're going to hear Don Henley's, Angela O'Neill's. You're going to hear their version of Don Henley's New York Minute. So have a happy Thanksgiving to all of our American listeners, and everyone else can go sit outside and watch us eat. I don't see what that said. You held up the brightest phone I've ever seen just to prove your point that he wrote whatever stupid song you were talking about.
I didn't want to interrupt you, so I threw a flashing the brightest light into the camera
Instead
of the computer.
Instead of sending me a link over Zoom, you blew out your webcam to show me that. Happy Thanksgiving and enjoy New York Minute by Angela O'Neill and the Outrageous 8.
dressed all in black, went down to the station, but he never came back. They found his clothing scattered somewhere down the track, and he won't be down on Wall Street in the morning. He had a home, love of a girl, but men get lost sometimes as years unfurl. One day he crossed some line, he was too much in this world, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore. In a New York minute, everything can change in a New York minute. Things can get pretty strange in a New York minute. Everything can change in a New York minute. Lying here in the darkness, hear the sirens wail. Somebody's going to emergency, somebody's going to jail. You find someone to love in this world, you better hang on tooth and nail. The wolf is always at the door. In a New York minute, everything can change in a New York minute. Things can get pretty strange in a New York minute. Everything can change in a New York minute. And in these days, when darkness falls early and people rush home to the ones they love, you better take a fool's advice and take care of your own. 'Cause one day they're here, the next day they're gone. I pulled my coat around my shoulders, took a walk down through the park. Leaves are falling around me, groaning city in the gathering dark. A solitary rock, a desperate lover left his mark. Baby, I've changed, please come back. What the head makes cloudy, the heart makes very clear. The days were so much brighter in the times that she was here. I know that somebody somewhere gonna make these dark clouds disappear.